We were expecting Monday Night Raw to get on a roll with these 2 hour shows, but it looks like they are rolling backwards as they deliver the worst key demo since 2023. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The numbers are in for WWE Raw. They may have got rid of that final third hour, the third hour that pretty much decimated their ratings every single week, but maybe people have got accustomed now to the 2 hour shows and they realise that here, 2 hours of shite is still shite.
Exactly, maybe better than 3 hours of shite, but I watched it first hand. Bloodline good, everything else bad. We'll look at the numbers when it comes to the clips. That pretty much shows exactly what I said, but I mean 1.4 million pretty much on the dot is
1.401.
1.401.
Which I believe is 20,000 less than SmackDown. Something like that. SmackDown got a 1.413. SmackDown got a low 1.4. Raw's got pretty much 1.4 on the button. This is sad. This is where wrestling is these days. Boom period. I think not. People can make any excuse. Oh, you don't judge by ratings. You don't. Of course you do. Shows get cancelled when ratings are low. That is how you judge. You judge on the numbers. And you know what? See if the ratings were poor, but the engagement was like up on the clips when you look at the YouTube views, then you'd be like, alright, okay, well, loads of people are tuning in here, loads of people are tuning in there. But in all honesty, they're not. Outside of the Bloodline stuff, very little actually garners traction when it comes to the clips. A lot of the clips are shite.
No, you're right.
Whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Normally it's only the Bloodline that draw, or if you get a return for The Rock.
Who is Bloodline related anyway at the end of the day. But yeah, doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter if it's, the shitiest Bloodline of them all. If it's Solo Sikoa and the Tammy Tonga brothers, they still draw a number.
And that, I think, has to kind of go down to Roman Reigns and the original run of the Bloodline, that they've got the name over to the extent that that name now means something. Now, if you took Roman Reigns and the Usos, if you took them off screen and they had nothing to do with the new Bloodline, I do believe that over time, probably quickly to be honest, I think the Bloodline's fuse would diminish. They would begin to get low.
Oh, yes.
People would stop caring. But while this new Bloodline is involved with the old Bloodline, then I guess it's going to be the biggest draw that WWE have. So yeah, let's get into it then. Monday, October 28th, 2024, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 1.401 million viewers, and the key demo was a 0.42. Now, in terms of viewership, this is down 11% from last week's 1.578 million. So 177,000 down from last week's show. The past 4 weeks for Raw is averaging at 1.544 million, so down 9% on that. 143,000. So this is a low number compared to what Raw have been doing, and it is the lowest viewed show since September 23rd, 2024. So over a month ago. Now, in terms of the key demo, that 0.42 is low, and it is the lowest since the December 25th edition of Raw in 2023. Which I'm going to assume may have been a best of Raw. Because I don't think, well, under the new era, Triple H just gives everybody like 10 years off at seasonal periods to celebrate with their families. So that probably was a best of Raw edition, and that's why the numbers were so shite.
It's also on Christmas Day, and people have got better things to do with their lives than watch wrestling on Christmas Day, that's for sure.
Yeah, the key demo was down 18% from last week. Last week did a 0.51, this week a 0.42, so that's almost a fifth of your audience gone. And over the past trailing 4 weeks, the key demo was coming in at 0.48, and that is down 12% on this. Now, in terms of competition, Raw was ranked number 3 for cable in prime time in the demo. There was obviously Monday Night Football on. ESPN were number 1 and number 2. Raw went head to head with Game 3 of the World Series on Fox. That averaged 13.72 million viewers. And the Steelers versus the Giants did 13.31 million viewers. So both the baseball and the NFL, football and baseball, doing 13 million viewers each. And then you've got Raw that can't even hit 1.5 million. And we're told that people don't watch TV. Well, you've got 26 million people watching TV. You've got 26 million people watching TV on a Monday night. And that's people that could have been watching wrestling. But they're choosing to watch real sports. They're choosing to watch things that I guess they actually care about. So this whole nonsense that nobody watches TV anymore, that is complete bullshit, because these numbers just prove that you've got a big audience there to obviously try and attract to your show on a Monday night.
I think the only way it works though is like, yeah, there's more streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney. But see, Netflix and Disney and things like that, that's to watch stuff that's like, end it. Or, you know what I mean? It's not to watch current television, really. You get the odd shows that come out like episodic on Netflix and Disney, more Netflix, but you're right. I mean, there's 26 million people out there just watching these two things alone. That's not even when you factor in America.
See, when things are live, you sit in front of a TV and watch it.
Yes.
See when, like, it doesn't matter whether it's football or soccer, as they call it, or Formula One. See if something interests you. When it's live, it's on TV. See if wrestling was fucking good. We would be sitting in the living room watching it live when it happens.
Yep.
Just like I used to back in the day. That is a fact.
Not anymore.
Just like we used to watch SmackDown back in the day. And that's the way you would consume wrestling. If wrestling was good, you would be consuming it at the earliest possible opportunity. You wouldn't be sitting waiting for clips to be uploaded online, or you wouldn't be watching it 2 weeks later when they show the full episode on the network. You would be watching wrestling when it first airs, and the way you watch it when it first airs is on the USA Network. So you can have your streaming services, you can have your platforms, this and that, but current TV, if it's good, you watch it when it airs live. And obviously wrestling isn't good because nobody's watching it. That's pretty much it. Let's get into the YouTube clips here. Don't think there's anything else to say, really, is there?
No, I mean, down near 200,000 from last week's pathetic, no matter what spin you put on it. But let's go into these YouTube clips and see some of the ratings, damn it. Who delivered, who didn't deliver, and who got the worst clip of the week?
Yeah, well, at the top, number one place, Jimmy and Jey Uso. See Sami Zayn talking to Solo Sikoa. This got 930,000 views. What was Sami Zayn talking to Solo about?
Well, that is the real clip. We didn't get to hear, but we got to see. So, here, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Something like that. Second place, we've got Jimmy and Jey Uso repel a bloodline sneak attack. 824,000 views. I guess Roman Reigns couldn't be bothered to show up to Raw.
It's funny, Adam Pearce greeting about, oh, the Bloodline are appearing on my show. Well, the Bloodline are the only thing keeping your show relevant. And another thing, right? These guys were having to talk around the fact that SmackDown was already taped. They're like, oh, come to SmackDown on Friday and show Roman you're serious. And Gunther had to do the same. It's pathetic, isn't it?
Aye.
When you've got a live show after a tape show.
Just ask Kevin Nash.
Aye. You know, it works when kayfabe's alive, but see when these guys break it every 4 seconds, it doesn't work.
Aye, that's the only time it did work when there was kayfabe. But see when it's not now. I'm surprised no one says, I already beat your ass 3 days from now.
Yeah.
You know, it's embarrassing. Anyway, coming in at third place, we have Jey and Jimmy Uso. Wait, no, we don't. We have the full match. Dirty Dom steals title opportunity against Damian Priest. So
what a surprise this was.
687k.
Full matches tend to draw. It is what it is.
Yep, you just put full matches in the title and people...
I actually have no idea why.
That would put me off.
Yeah. No,
I would always be looking for the clip, to be honest. Yeah, the shortened clip, but...
Like, if it was a good match, yes. Like, if it actually involved fucking good people, correct them under, let me see it. But who wants to watch a full match between Priest and Dominic Mysterio?
No, but honestly, see if you want to watch the full match, you'll watch it live when you have that opportunity.
Yep.
It's like, it's the same with everything. Like, football, baseball, I guarantee you, see people the next day, especially if they know the result, no one's sitting through watching the full baseball match. They'll be looking for the highlights or they'll fast forward it. Same way American football. See if you know the result, or even if you don't know the result, it's hard to sit through the full match. You're waiting on the clock ticking down, you're waiting on people deciding the plays.
The clock is ticking.
No, but see if you don't watch it live, it's very hard to actually watch the full thing when you've got the ability to fast forward.
Same with F1, same with any sporting event. I tell you what, right? I have never, and I've never in my life sat down and watched a football match after it's aired, after I know the score. Never.
No, I have purposely avoided scores and sat down and watched it.
Yeah.
But with wrestling back in the day, funnily enough, sometimes I would record the pay-per-views, go up in the morning and watch them.
The problem is,
fast forward.
wrestling's supposed to be a fucking TV show, not this sport. You know what I mean? We're supposed to care for the stories, and therefore you shouldn't be skipping things.
Yeah, I think with sports it's different though, man. If you know if the results available for sports, it's hard not to check it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But you kind of need to know what happens to your team. In fourth place, we have Jay and Jimmy attempt to fix their issues, 522k. So we can see so far this show just been dominated by Bloodline, dominated by Jimmy and Jay Uso. And of course, you did have Dirty Dom and Damien Priest in there in third place. Let's move in to fifth place, though. And we have Seth freaking Rollins and Big Bronson Reed engage in a parking lot brawl. 319k. Seth Rollins is supposed to be this big draw. And I'm not picking on him because, I mean, look, we've seen CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Cody Rhodes deliver shite fuse. But this isn't good for one of their so-called top guys.
Top guy in a spot where it's a brawl in a parking lot, that should do well. If this is CM Punk taking place in a parking lot brawl, I think this is close to like 1 million.
Do you see some of those CM Punk
Yeah,
clips?
but the ones that weren't drawn were the ones that were just in the fucking ring with McIntyre.
Aye, shite that people had already seen before.
See the one where it was like ambulance related and backstage, they were drawn.
Well, that makes sense because Punk and McIntyre were cutting the same promos every week, so why would people be cheating?
Larry, I'm going to take your water ball away from you. Larry.
Right, sixth place, we have Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan. You'll have to kill me to stop me.
Fucking shit. This Judgment Day, Terror Twin, 9/11, whatever you want to call them, it needs to fucking end. I'm sick of it, man.
Yeah, not good. Then in seventh place, we have Sheamus scores a banger victory over Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig fucking jobber. That's what I'm going to call him.
Yeah, I've seen WWE now. See if you are the second or third man in a faction.
You're pissed. You're automatically
You have to lose. You fucking... See,
look at Evolution. See booked today. Orton and Batista wouldn't get over.
And Flair wouldn't have fucking...
Orton and Batista would not have got over because they would have literally just been cronies. They would have been little henchmen to Triple H that were just there to be fed to all of Triple H's opponents.
Yep.
They would not have got over.
I don't think,
look at those two.
No, but did Goldberg beat Orton and Batista on Raw? Absolutely.
Goldberg beat everybody.
We're talking about fucking Sheamus here, who's in the worst run of his career, talking about bangers and burgers.
Look at the bloodline, right? I accept that with Jacob Fatu, they're trying to protect that guy, but look at the other two. They're just literally there to be fed. Fed to Orton, fed to Rhodes, fed to Owens.
Fed like a big pile of shit.
You know, it is embarrassing. Eighth place, we have the War Raiders earn a title shot by against the Judgment Day. I don't know who they beat. Two guys in masks. Don't really fucking care, to be honest.
That's Rey Mysterio, mate.
Alright, was it 157k?
Rey Mysterio.
That's not Rey Mysterio!
It was Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee.
Oh, that was Dragon Lee then.
And who else in the New Day? I predicted the Viking Raiders. I was
the War Raiders,
whatever you want to call them.
157k. And then in last place, to nobody's surprise, Ivy Nile defeats Selena Vega as American-made take out the LW. I haven't got an Ivy Nile rant in me, but I cannot fucking stand Ivy Nile.
Oh, I rant on her.
I think what happened? She is fucking god awful.
The two were laughing behind, and Chad Gable was cutting a decent promo, and then he's like, "Because we are American," and it cut to her. Made. American. Made.
Chat, no.
Ugly, deformed, big forehead, ponytail, fucking rap.
I know you're not a big fan of Chad Gable,
no,
right?
I don't mind.
I think that Chad Gable, for the past year and a bit, maybe 2 years, has been actually delivering some good stuff. But
American.
For me, his stock has dropped massively over the past... Ever since that Wyatt stuff happened, and ever since he got away from the Alpha Academy, and he started teaming up with this those two fucking Creed brothers and this bitch. To me, Chad Gable's stock has dropped massively. He went from a guy that I could see, even in the main event scene on Raw, he's went from a guy that I think should have been Intercontinental Champion to just another fucking jobber.
When can we admit that Triple H has fucking dropped the ball with Wyatt 6?
We admitted that 3 weeks into it.
They are feuding with The Miz and Karrion Kross, folks.
He's killed Chad Gable. Triple H has killed Chad Gable.
Yep.
And just how much better was Chad Gable in Alpha Academy than this American-made shit?
It's the same shit though, it's the same fucking gimmick. Like, they're trying to force the comedy. The Creed brothers. Anyway, what a shit show this was. As I said for the review, the Bloodline stuff was actually interesting.
The Creed brothers are going nowhere. Not a fucking ounce of personality between them.
Just
like
two brain dead bastards that laugh and giggle at everything Gable, and then you've got Ivy Nile.
One's a bit taller and looks normal, and the other one's shorter and looks like a fucking absolute retard. And I mean, I guess he may... But you know, it's 2024, so he'll probably get a big push now.
Cause you look retarded.
Back in the day, they would have probably split the Creed brothers up.
Remember when is the lowest form of conversation, so that just sums up where we are with wrestling, folks.
Aye. Anyway, I hate Ivy Nile. Fucking Selena Vega shouldn't be losing to her.
No.
Should not be losing to her. But, yeah, there you go. The Wyatts now, by the way. No clips for the Wyatt 6?
Nope, they weren't there. They were just Karrion Kross said to The Miz, here, get me Bo Dallas's number, I'll break your legs.
And that wasn't good enough here to be...
Nah, that wasn't good enough to get on the show.
That wasn't good enough to get on the show. So, the Wyatt 6, they're now feuding with Karrion Kross's group because they've got a female in it. Once they move on for them, I mean, they'll probably start feuding with LWO.
Look how awful
since
it is,
they've
though.
got a female.
Like last week, Paul Ellering gets fucking butchered. And where's the follow-up? Nothing. It's The Miz gets told his legs are going to get broke.
See the pace we're going at? It's going to take the Wyatt 6 a full year just to feud with American-made Karrion Kross's group and then LWO, if that's our next.
No, I know.
A full year.
Tragic.
To have 3 little feuds. Anyway, guys, there you go. There's your numbers. There was also some exclusives uploaded, but we don't count them.
I'm not going through the exclusives.
Nobody gives a shit about the exclusives,
Nope.
so aye. Here's an exclusive for you. Raw fucking sucks. Till next time. Peace.